Welcome to College Football Live, a special Kansas State-Nebraska edition. We first start off with the number 3 ranked Kansas State Wildcats, who come in with a 6-0 and 3-0 Big 12 record. Kansas State's schedule started off traveling to Los Angeles to take on USC, which they won 28-3. Purdue came to town and Kansas State handled them 28-7. Then they traveled to Rutgers, and they won 33-17. Oregon and Cody came to town as Kansas State upset them 31-21. Utah, well, that wasn't really a big matchup for Kansas State as they get a 49-23 win. The sneaky game this year was the Wyoming game, but they handled them easily with a 56-3 win. At number 24, Oklahoma State, they won handily 24-6. So, Kansas State looking good. The main leaders for Kansas State start off with McKay, who's one of the best passers in the nation with nearly 1,200 yards, and you have Lorenzo Williams, a Heisman contender, with 879 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns. Graham, who catches the balls, he has 348 reception yards, and Bowman makes the tackles, Ashley makes the sacks. So, I mean, this Kansas State team is fully around just a top-notch team. The Kansas State player profile will be Lorenzo Williams, a senior halfback, number 32 from New Hope, North Carolina. He's third in the Heisman race this year and 7th in the nation in rushing, again with nearly 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns. He's an all-around exceptional student athlete. And then we have the number 4 ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers also coming on with a 6-0 and 3-0 Big 12 record. Another top-notch team. Nebraska handled most of their opponents very well this year, starting off traveling to Kentucky, winning 62-30. Then UCLA came to town. They beat them 63-7. UConn Huskies and offensive coordinator Will Anders came to town. They beat them 56-7. They traveled to Colorado State, didn't have the best game, but still won 37-17. Then Kansas came to Nebraska. They beat them in a record-setting game, 73-10. And then the BYU Cougars and P-Town, a new user, came to Lincoln, Nebraska, and, well, Nebraska gave it to them 38-17. When you talk about Nebraska's leaders, you gotta start off with Marcus Parker. He's over 1,000-yard passer with 15 touchdowns. Then you go to the running back, you have a nearly 1,000-yard rusher with 15 touchdowns. Kenny Carter, 392 reception yards with 3 touchdowns. And on defense, it gets better with Deontay Ball, 29 tackles, 15 for loss. William Daniels has 11 sacks this season. Garrett Walker has 4 interceptions. This team is loaded. Offense, defense, and special teams. The kicker, he had a 57-yard long field goal this year. Expect a longer one, I believe, versus Kansas State. Our player profile for Nebraska would be Jakari Dunn, a junior halfback, number 25 from New York. He's second in the Heisman race, folks. He's nearly a 1,000-yard rusher with 15 touchdowns, and he's a junior. I'm guessing he's going to go to the NFL draft next year. Yeah, that's my guess. But he's going to have a huge game against Kansas State. I promise you that. Why is this game so huge? These two coaches are big. They're huge rivals. Because the winner of this game goes to the Big 12 championship every year since these two coaches have been here. Huge. My final game thoughts is I think Kansas State will pull it out this year at home, and the win streak will move on to 4. Kansas State wins 17-13. Nebraska, all the talent, they still can't win. In other EarnIt action, Alabama remains number 1 after a 42-14 win over UCLA, and Tulane upsets number 8 Auburn 39-34. Oregon, Stanford rise, USC all win handily. Western Michigan escapes an upset from Idaho. UConn gets their first bowl bid since 2010 with a win over 0-7 South Carolina. And Juju Nebraska moves to 7-0 after a BYU win against P-Town. And Kansas State moves to 6-0 after a 24-6 win over Oklahoma State. Now time for my Week 9 predictions. We start off with BYU and Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma win that handily. NC State at South Carolina. NC State wins. South Carolina moves to 0-8. Auburn at Louisville. I don't know if Auburn will bounce back from that loss. I got Louisville winning by a small margin. Arizona at USC. Only way USC's losing this game is if they don't show up. FIU at Oregon. Oregon wins handily. Nebraska at Kansas State. Kansas State wins. You already got my prediction there. Stanford at State. I got Stanford. It's a toss-up game though. Alabama at Tennessee. Alabama, of course. And Western Michigan at Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky, because Western Kentucky's that team that no one talks about anymore. But I have a feeling that they're going to show up this week, and Western Michigan won't run against this team. And now to a new EarnIt Dynasty Sports Network special, the EDSN Bottom 10. And the bottom 10 starts off with Texas at 0-5. Number 9, the Bullpups of Fresno at 0-6. Number 8, Arizona at 0-5. Utah at 1-5. Bowling Green at 0-5. Arkansas State at 0-5. UMass at number 4 at 0-5. Kentucky at 1-6 at number 3. The Gold Diggers of Notre Dame 0-5. And number 1, the Gamecocks at 0-7. Thanks for watching this EarnIt Dynasty Sports Network special with Kansas State and Nebraska, and along with all the other EarnIt Dynasty teams. As our next show will be the BCS edition of the EarnIt Dynasty Sports Network radio show. We will not have a TV show, we will just have a radio broadcast, and we will broadcast on BCS Championship Week. Thank you.